After extensive research and testing, I've compiled a list of the top 7 CPUs for video editing in 2025. These options cater to different needs, whether you're looking for the best price, performance, or a specific use case. For more details, you'll find the product links in the description. Make sure to like the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive in. Number 7. AMD Ryzen 5 3600. 6-core desktop processor for those on a tight budget. The non-X version of the AMD Ryzen processor is a great, affordable option. The AMD Ryzen 5 3600 is the most budget-friendly CPU in this list, making it perfect for entry-level computers. This processor is a slightly slower version of the 3600X, but still offers 6 cores and 12 threads, which is great for video editing. It also has 35 megabytes of cache, which is important for high-performance tasks. The key difference between this and the X version is the slightly lower clock speeds, 3.6 GHz base and 4.2 GHz boost. Despite these lower speeds, the 65W TDP makes this CPU one of the most efficient options available. Plus, it uses the AMD AM4 socket, so it's compatible with most AMD motherboards. Number 6. AMD Ryzen 5 3600X 6-core desktop processor. AMD Ryzen processors come at an entry-level price tag, making them a great option for buyers on a budget who want to build an entry-level editing computer. The AMD Ryzen 5 3600X CPU for video editing is a great affordable option for all those on a tight budget because of its low price tag. You get a total of 6 cores and 12 threads, and despite that, you still get 35 megabytes of cache, which is much higher even than Intel's high-end offerings. Since this processor only offers 6 cores, its clock speeds are decently high, with a 3.8 GHz base and a 4.4 GHz boost clock. Even though AMD offers high-efficiency processors, this one has a TDP rating of 95 watts. As this is an X Edition CPU, fortunately, you still get the standard AMD AM4 socket with this processor. Number 5. Intel Core i7-10700K desktop processor. Intel is caught up with AMD in offering high core count processor models with its newer Intel Core lineup, and the Intel Core i7-10700K is a great example. This CPU offers fantastic value for money, especially for those looking to do video editing. With hyper-threading, you get a total of 8 cores and 16 threads, which is excellent for multitasking. Unlike older Intel CPUs, this one comes with a solid 16 megabytes cache, which is on par with higher-end models. As an Intel CPU, it boasts impressive clock speeds, 3.8 GHz base and 5.1 GHz boost, making it ideal for both video editing and gaming. However, since this CPU still uses 14 nanometers architecture, its TDP is on the higher side, at 125 watts. With Intel's shift to a new generation, it now uses the LGA 1200 socket. Number 4. AMD Ryzen 7 2700X processor. Next, we have another mid-range CPU option from AMD that offers a high core count without the premium price tag. The AMD Ryzen 7 2700X is one of the most affordable octa-core processors available, making it a good option for video editing. This CPU features 8 cores and 16 threads, which are great for multitasking and video editing. However, since it's an older model, it only comes with 20 megabytes of cache, which is lower compared to newer processors. The biggest downside of this processor is its clock speeds, with a base clock of 3.7 GHz and a boost clock of 4.3 GHz. This results in performance that lags behind more recent options due to differences in IPC, instructions per cycle. Additionally, because of its older architecture, it has a relatively high TDP of 105 watts. Fortunately, being an AMD processor, it still uses the AMD AM4 socket. Number 3. AMD Ryzen 7 3700X. 8-core desktop processor AMD Ryzen is known for offering processors that provide excellent value for money, and the Ryzen 7 series is a great mid-range option for many users. The AMD Ryzen 7 3700X CPU for video editing stands out as one of the best value for money options out there. Despite its mid-range price tag, it offers 8 cores and 16 threads, along with a solid 36 megabytes of cache, which is excellent for video editing tasks. Even though this is a previous generation CPU, it still delivers decent performance with a base clock speed of 3.6 GHz and a boost clock of 4.4 GHz. One of the standout features of this CPU is its low TDP of just 65 watts, making it highly efficient. As with most AMD processors, it uses the AMD AM4 socket, allowing it to be compatible with a wide range of motherboards. Number 2. Intel Core i9-9900K Desktop Processor. Intel's Core lineup is among the most popular for gaming, and these processors are also viable for other tasks, such as video editing. The Intel Core i9-9900K is a great gaming CPU that can also handle video editing, which is why it holds the second position on this list. With 8 cores and 16 threads, it offers solid multitasking capabilities, although it only features 16 MB of cache, which is a bit low for tasks like video editing. What sets this CPU apart are its impressive clock speeds, with a base clock of 3.6 GHz and a boost clock of 5.0 GHz, providing excellent performance. Even though it has an integrated GPU, Intel UHD 630, its TDP rating is relatively low at 95 watts. As a mainstream Intel CPU, it uses the widely popular LGA 1151 socket, making it compatible with many motherboards. Number 1. AMD Ryzen 9 5900X Desktop Processor. The AMD Ryzen lineup is known for its high performance and value for money, and the Ryzen 9 series stands out as one of the best all-rounder CPUs for various uses, including video editing. The AMD Ryzen 9 5900X takes the top spot in this list because it offers exceptional performance, even at its price point. With a total of 12 cores and 24 threads, combined with 70 MB of cache, you can expect excellent performance for both video editing and other demanding tasks. What makes this CPU stand out is its superb clock speeds, 3.7 GHz base and 4.8 GHz boost, making it perfect for both gaming and video editing. And the best part? It delivers all of this with a 105W TDP, ensuring energy efficiency. Since this CPU uses the AMD AM4 socket, it's highly versatile and compatible with a wide range of motherboards.